Coming up on today's Airborne, Sunseeker Duo carries its first passenger. Diamond Aircraft announces a name change for the DA62, and a Russian encounter with the U.S. planes goes unreported for over a month. Welcome to Airborne on Aero-TV. I'm Ashley Hale. The Sunseeker Duo, under development in Milan, Italy, has become the first airplane in history to carry a passenger using only solar energy. It's reported that the airplane is the company's third, and it's powered by batteries charged only by 1,510 solar cells on its wings. The company says that the plane can fly more than 12 hours with 2 people on board. The flight was made by husband and wife Eric and Irina Raymond. Irina wrote on the company website, quote, "It's so quiet. Compared to a normal airplane, it's like night and day. In this airplane, you can speak normally even when the motor is running full power. No headset needed," end quote. According to reports, the couple plans a 100-mile trip to assess the Sunseeker Duo's cross-country capabilities in July. Flight testing of the airplane is ongoing. When ANN first reported about Diamond's new DA62 twin last week, it was noted that it bore a striking resemblance to the DA52 that the company had previously developed. There was a good reason for that resemblance. Diamond Aircraft says that it has renamed the DA52 to the DA62. Christian Dries, CEO of Diamond Aircraft Industries, said, quote, "We are renaming the DA52 to improve differentiation from our DA42 series that continues indefinitely in parallel production," end quote. The DA62 will be offered with optional configurations, including seating capacities of up to 7 seats and several maximum takeoff weight versions of up to 5,000 pounds. The DA62 series will be powered by a growth version of Austro Engine's popular AE300 jet fuel piston engine series. You're watching Airborne. We'll be back after these messages with more news.
ADS-B will be mandatory for most aircraft by 2020 in the United States, but you can benefit from ADS-B today with the Bendix King KT-74 Mode S transponder. The KT-74 meets the global mandates for ADS-B out when attached to a suitable WAAS GPS. Finally, the extraordinary story of the world-changing X-Prize space competition is being told and illustrated with hundreds of insider photos in Jim Campbell's colorful new book, Beyond the Blue. Journey with Jim as he flies formation with spaceships, plays in zero gravity, prepares rocket racers, and documents the amazing first decade of the personal space race. Available this summer. Get your advance order in now by checking out www.kindredspirit.com.
Welcome back. If you'd like to be a supporter of Airborne, Aero-TV, our website, or our podcast, you can always drop an email to jim@aero-news.net. In an incident reminiscent of the Cold War, a Russian Su-27 fighter reportedly flew within 100 feet of an Air Force RC135 surveillance aircraft over international waters north of Japan in April. But the incident was not made public for more than a month. It's reported that the incident occurred some 60 miles from Russia's far east coast. The fighter is said to have at one point during the encounter rolled on its side to show the U.S. intelligence gathering aircraft that it was armed. Pentagon spokesman Colonel Stephen Warren said the encounter took place in international airspace on April 23rd. Another defense official called the encounter a reckless intercept. The RC135 flight is part of increased intelligence gathering efforts in the region, which have also included the deployment of 2 Global Hawk UAVs in the area. And now it's time for our Aero video of the week.
Final liftoff of Atlanta.
Anytime an airplane refuels in midair, it's a special deal. But when it's the Blue Angels, you get a show as well as fueling. Watch how the Air Force passes gas to the Navy Blues. Search Blue Angels Air Refuel on YouTube. About 20 pilots that keep their airplanes at Glendale, Arizona Municipal Airport have gotten together and filed a lawsuit against the city of Glendale after being told they must clear all non-aviation related items out of hangars that they own at the airport. Many have used their hangars for storage for years, and the suit is intended to force the city to allow them to continue to do so. But it's reported that city officials are caught in the middle between the pilots and the FAA, which has rules about what may be stored in hangars at publicly funded airports. An inspection of the hangars turned up numerous violations, but airport administrator Walt Fix says he is down to just one. The president of the Pilots Association said poor management at the airport has caused the value of their storage rights to decline sharply, and they're seeking $20 million to mitigate their losses. Airborne is brought to you by some of the best sponsors in the aviation business. We'll be right back with more news.
Since the early days of powered flight, pilots have struggled with landing in crosswinds. In fact, crosswinds and wind gusts cause more landing accidents than fog, thunderstorms, and icing combined. That's where the Redbird X-Wind SE comes in. By placing pilots in gusty crosswind conditions for extended periods of time, the X-Wind SE gives instructors all the time they need to teach the pilot the proper techniques for landing in crosswind conditions. For more information on Redbird X-Wind SE and Redbird's entire line of flight training devices, visit www.redbirdflightsimulation.com.
Progressive Air Group owner and president Rob Worf and owner, CEO, and CFO Todd Collins have announced that they have finalized the purchase of Air Sport Power, Progressive Air Services, and Pro Aero engines from the three companies' original ownership group. Worf said, quote, "We both see great potential in the people and products the three companies offer. I have been the general manager at Progressive Air since 2012, and to now be an owner-operator of not only that company, but its two sister organizations as well, is truly fulfilling," end quote. Worf also stressed that Hickey, Barron, and Tetreault are going to remain as advisors and continue to provide support and guidance to the Progressive Air Group. Collins added, quote, "Whether it's building an experimental engine, supplying needed parts globally to maintainers, or overhauling an owner's certificated aircraft engine, the current management and technical teams at the three companies have already built an exceptionally strong reputation for quality and value," end quote. One immediate change is that they will be updating the name of Pro Aero engines to Pro Aero Aviation to better reflect the company's introduction of new services. The Google Loon experiment has suffered a bit of a setback as one of its balloons has come back to Earth, getting tangled up in some power lines near Hera in Washington state. It's reported that the balloon came down last Thursday, causing a power outage to nearby homes. Google reportedly notified the FAA that one of the balloons associated with its experiment in offering high-speed internet service to remote areas through a constellation of balloons was coming down. The FAA kept other aircraft out of the area where the balloon was expected to descend until it was clear. Google did not provide details about why the balloon came down. However, our A&N staff is investigating and have issued a preliminary report that the balloon's descent was most likely caused by gravity. Well, that's our program. Remember to get comprehensive, real-time, 24/7 coverage of the latest aviation and aerospace stories at aero-news.net. Remember, Airborne is streamed 3 times a week and is always online. Join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for a new edition of Airborne. I'm Ashley Hale. Thanks for watching.